Yo, what's up, everybody? Big Dog is back here, uh, aka El Capen for my Spanish audience. Anyway, all right. So, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the breakdown. I'm working on this sheet. I just created this Excel sheet right now. Forgive me for it looking so bare. I'll work on it, and well, I did it on Sheets, technically not Excel, but who's counting? And I just wanted to start getting back into it because we know that the fights are gonna start soon. We got a break here till January 21st. So that's my opportunity to watch a bunch of tape, get caught up, and stay ahead of the fight cards. First fight is Cameron Smotherman versus Turcios. So let's just focus on the fighter right now. Cameron Smotherman. I liked his fighting. His volume is kind of low. His power's there, even though I saw him kind of lose it in the third round. His striking speed is there. He, like I said, he's a boxer. I didn't see him kick. His range control is good. I saw him manage that well. He is a forward pressure fighter. He's not moving backwards, even if it is to his own detriment. Didn't see any clinching, no takedowns. I didn't see him attempt to wrestle at all. I really didn't. But I did get to see some wrestling defense. We'll talk about that in a minute. As you see here, I didn't rate his wrestling ability too high in his scrambles when he got to the ground. Submission offense. He got a guy in the Doris choke that was actually trying to choke him, and was trying to wrestle him and bring him down, and he defended the takedown in round three with a Doris choke and got it. So, yeah, just so you know. His fight IQ, it seemed good. I see him trying to pressure when he needs to. Um, he knows he needs to finish if he's losing the fight. He knows he needs to get back up. He doesn't like to stay there in the bottom position. He tries to get out, even if he's not very good at it. But yeah, the one thing I put here a knock on him was that one fight where he did like clip the guy fell down in the first round, and instead of like immediately going in and make sure he's finished, he like started walking off like, okay, I got this guy, or he didn't like show an intent to go in and finish him, and the guy survived. And I think that's the guy he ended up submitting in the third round, if I'm not mistaken. But that could have been a finish in the first round. It turned into a 3 round fight because he wasn't aggressive. As far as his defense goes, I think somebody's gonna clip him. His durability is a little questionable. He has been finished, I think twice, and I just don't think he's been finished in the UFC. Even though he did on the Contender Series, and that was stopped a little prematurely. I'm looking it up right now, but yeah, I think that someone's gonna clip him. Hey, Ricky could get a lucky head kick. We've been seeing a lot of those head kicks, and we'll talk about Ricky in a second. But he has some really hard head kicks, really hard kicks. Period. Yeah, he's been KO'd twice. Gregorio, which was premature, and Carlos Jimenez fight back in 2021 in Fury. I haven't seen that fight. Um, okay. Yeah, he's not afraid to get clipped, so that's not a good thing. I wish there was a little more striking defense, but he has this thing that I saw that he did with Jake Hadley right here, perfect time for counter. I put him at a 5, where he's standing there in the pocket and he's waiting for you to just flinch forward. Like the moment you're going to come at him, whether it's a feint, with someone who has a lot of feints, maybe can trick him with that. But if you're about to hit him, pop, he just pops you and then gets into his flow. So you're about to swing, he'll pop, hit you in the face, jab you, and then pop, pop. So he's waiting for you to swing, and he's gonna come hit. It's very fast, very very fast. How he does that. So yeah, but if you want to be a low volume guy, then that could be good because then he's struggling because he wants to counter, but he can't because you're not swinging. So he got to go first, and maybe you can catch him that way. Regardless, very good counter striker. I haven't seen anybody kick him to death yet. We're gonna find out in this fight how his kicking defense is because Ricky's gonna kick the crap out of him, and he could hurt him with it. His range management, yeah, reset less. That's why I don't like that Adrian Yanez, which I think coaches him. or has an influence in him. That style where you just keep resetting the box like I was gonna say to a Tiger by law, but to Ivasa, they just reset to box and hold on the shorts. I don't really like it, and that you lose opportunities to have higher volume and to do damage and to combo and to finish. So he's gonna go into a lot of decisions, because his power is there, but he's not really getting into. He's not tapping into it, and he resets a lot. Um, he got violent when he saw that he needed a finish because he lost 2 rounds. So if you think he might be up a couple, might be down a couple rounds and needs to finish round 3, he will go for it. He really will. I wish he fought a little bit more like that from jump. Off his back, he gets controlled. Listen, if he's facing wrestlers, he's gonna get controlled. Okay, especially like a good EV. Yeah, he's got no shot from what I've seen. But he does go to the fence, try to get back up. He does that well. Um, but then he'll get taken down again. So he kept getting taken down. He defends a takedown, but I don't see the underhooks. And he's like pushing down on the head, which is a good thing. But I want to see more underhooks. So what happens is eventually his athleticism, and experience allows him to defend for a little while, like up against the fence. But then it comes to a point where if you keep chain wrestling him, you win because his technique is not that great, and he ends up on the ground. So and he can be controlled, and you start doing sub attempts, and you're winning minutes on the ground. But his submission defense is good. I haven't seen anybody choke him yet. I don't think he has not lost by submission in 12 fights and 6 losses. Well, that's 18 fights and 6 losses. I haven't seen him. He has not been subbed, and I see why. He knows what to do when he's in danger. I'm not saying he can't be subbed, but you got to really know what you're doing because he defends really well. And then he'll kind of try to scrabble, and eventually he gets out. He does get out, but it takes him a while, and he loses minutes on the judges' scorecard. So again, if you like him to lose against a wrestler, losing by decision is something you got to keep in mind because he can be controlled, but he does get back up eventually. Yeah, tough guy. He ain't no punk. Anything else that I want to add on this fight? Like why did he lose? He lost to Gregorio because he got chinned, and the ref didn't give him time to get up. But he got chinned. There's that striking defense that we talked about, and that chin durability um, question marks that we got on him. He won the other fights I saw. Dude, I didn't get to see the Ricky Simone and Surrey City fight. I really wanted to see those fights again on tape, but they're off a Fight Pass, so I can't watch them. And I know those fights would have given me a lot of information that I didn't get to share here. I got to see most of his regional tape and the Contender Series and his fight with Jake Hadley, and he looked pretty good in all those. And he only gained more experience fighting Ricky Simone and City, who are very good fighters, high volume. Oh, that's right. City probably kicked the crap out of him, right? So Ricky Turcios is going to try to implement that, but I don't think that he'll have as much success as City, who also throws a lot of elbows and is good with his hands, and Ricky's not. How long is this video going on? And I'll tell you if I'm gonna put Ricky Simone on this one and make another video about Ricky Simone. Where's the time on how long this video's been going? I can't find it. I gotta get back accustomed to this application. I haven't been making videos in a while. So talk a little bit about Ricky. I'm already here. Hey, look, if you just want to hear about Smotherman, I'm done. You can end the video here. Want to hear more about just Ricky and breaking down Ricky? So I gotta start to. Um, how do I freeze the pain? I forgot all this stuff, man. Data. Y'all see freeze pane? I miss Excel. Freeze. One column. Thank you. So Ricky Turcios, karate Muay Thai guy. I'm not impressed. He wants to move around a lot. He was so when I wrote that down, I wasn't impressed. I was just annoyed about the way that he fought. What's this guy's name? Ayman Zahabi. He fought him and was doing more yelling and screaming and making noise and moving around than really doing anything. Even his kicking game was off, which I'm sure it would not be off for this fight. Very weird fight. But I now that I saw other fights of his, I understand that what he's trying to do is kick you, and once he sees that he's kind of starting to break you, then he'll throw a punch or two, come in at you, and then while you're trying to defend that, then he'll try to throw a quick takedown. So he wants to trick you, move around a lot, and cause havoc with his legs, and he'll kick you in the stomach. And then when he brings his foot down, he goes right back, kicks you in the leg, and he comes back up and kicks you in the head. He's changing levels with his feet really well. He's gonna get a head kick. And Cameron, Smotherman, we just talked about his durability question mark. So he could absolutely get head kicked here. I'm telling you right now. Don't be surprised if it happens. And if the odds pay really high on that, like a plus 1,000 or higher, just go ahead and sprinkle on it. No parlay or anything like that, but just sprinkle as a straight bet if the odds make sense because he can knock this guy out with his kicks. I don't think it happens though. I think that I'll tell you about the fight prediction in a minute. Talk more about Ricky. So yeah, he wants to kick. He's a kicking machine, rangy fighter. His I don't like that his pressure. He kind of allows himself to get pushed back against boxers because once he realizes he's not having success with the kicks moving forward, now he's trying to figure you out. He's running away, going around, trying to kick from the outside. He doesn't want to be in the pocket once he realizes he's not the better boxer, which happens a lot. And I don't think in this fight he's going to be the better boxer either. So I think we're going to see a lot of the same stuff and Smotherman walking him back and him fighting up against the fence, moving around, throwing a lot of kicks. Look, he's so good on the ground. If you realize, he had higher ratings in his wrestling and scramble ability, which is super like elite, than he does on the feet, even though he's like kicking all the time. But he wrestles really well and scrambles really well when he's facing wrestlers like he fought Raul Rosas Jr. He gave Raul a hard time, and Raul is best of the best when it comes to the ground game and wrestling and scrambles and submissions. So if Ricky actually wrestles, I think he'll have a lot of success. The problem is we're gonna go to fight IQ, and I can only do it with what I've seen on tape for the fights that I've seen. I have not seen Ricky actually attempt enough takedowns. He wants to kickbox and run around. And if he does that, I think Smotherman's going to win on the scorecards. Or he might clip him because his striking defense isn't very good. I saw him keep getting hit in the face and again and again and again. He does this weird, like, I'm going to throw a kick and then my head is low. I'm going to try to punch you from the upper right hand too, like kick with the left and kick with the right and then swing with the right behind it so your head is low on the left and then your chin is wide open for somebody to catch you either with their right or bring down the left right there. Pop! Because you're just so vulnerable. He's very vulnerable to getting hit from the way that he strikes and tries to just sneak in a punch after a kick. And because of that, I think that the damage that Smotherman's going to do, clip him and be more accurate, he's going to win on the scorecards. Probably close fight, probably 29-28. Maybe 30-27 because of his low volume. I don't know. I think like some judge is gonna give Turcios a round or two. And he could win this fight, but I'm not impressed with Turcios. You want to know how Turcios can win this fight? If he starts to wrestle. If he wrestles, he'll have control time. He has great scrambles. He can get a potential submission. And maybe while Cam, we talked about his good submission, he's defending. Maybe he can't, but he can win minutes on the scorecard. But I don't see Ricky committing to the takedowns. He tries them real quick, doesn't get him, and he just goes right back to kicking and going on the outside. This fight, give me Ricky Turcios. So I'm gonna do it right here. I was gonna do this offline, but I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna say Cameron is the predicted winner. Confidence level, medium. It's a close fight. Best bet, best parlay piece, Cameron money line. Method of victory, Cameron by decision. Double chance, Cameron by decision slash KO. He could get a lucky sub too, but this guy's not gonna wrestle enough. Fight to go to the distance. Lean, yes. Opponent win condition. Turcios by KO or decision, really. Um, he could do it all also as well. Best bet. I don't know. I don't have the odds in front of me, but right now, just off the top of my head, I think Cameron wins by decision. Yeah, I think he wins by decision. But he could get a KO, dude. He can knock this guy out. I'm gonna just lean decision. Turcios. Has anybody knocked Turcio out? One person. 18 fights. Mana Martinez in the first round, whoever and whenever that was.